particularly keen on is the open educational resource, the open education area. We're starting to produce research seminar podcasts. I'll look at those in a second. We're starting to produce multimedia resources and putting them onto YouTube. And we've just agreed an institutional policy on the use and reuse of OERs, which I'm quite proud of, to have Russell Group University say, yes, we actually think OERs are a useful tool. So we're really getting into this in a big way, and in terms of encouraging staff to make more use of things like YouTube and iTunes U and the TED series of talks. So if this is a kind of a new thing, it probably isn't for most people, and I strongly advise having a really good look. Some of these resources are actually great. They're phenomenal, really phenomenal. I won't say anything more about OERs. But we're producing some of these things ourselves, and the only thing I really wanted to say here is my first example of how I use students. So students as agents of change is a really big thing for me. And almost all of these multimedia resources have been made by student interns or student project students. So students are in their final year doing a project. They're not going to go and become a research scientist, but they love science. They might want to go into teaching. We run alternative final year projects that allow them to produce multimedia resources or other kinds of learning tools, test them out with students. And they get phenomenal reward from doing that, and they produce some exceptional learning resources. And this is one of my favourite examples at the moment. I have a group of 4 interns in the faculty who go to the majority of research seminars that take place with those very cheap audio recorders, and they capture the audio recording of a research seminar to allow us to listen again, and to students to listen again. And this project came from the students who said, we're very intimidated in research seminars because there's all this collection of staff which we don't really like, want to sit next to them and everything. We can't ask any questions because we know we're not going to get answered, but we really want the material from it. So we started to record the research seminars, and they're mostly internal only, because most seminar speakers won't release their materials as OERs, because they've not quite got there, but they're quite happy to say, you can have it internally, because people were there, and that's fine. And so this is a really nice students as agents of change project, theoretically producing open educational resources, perhaps for the future.